Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi witnessed on Monday the swearing-in of the Councillor Mohammed Mahmoud Farag Hussein as head of the State Council and Councillor Hamid al-Sayyid Abdel Fattah al-Sawi as Prosecutor General. After the swearing-in ceremony, President al-Sisi held a meeting with the new head of State Council and the Prosecutor General. During the meeting, the President stressed on the importance of strengthening the role of law in achieving justice and equality. He also called on working for securing the rights and freedoms of all citizens according to the Constitution. Meanwhile, the President awarded the State Medal of Honor to Councillor Ahmed Abdelazim Ibrahim Abul Azm, former head of the State Council, and Councillor Nabil Ahmed Shafiq Sadiq, former Prosecutor General, in appreciation for their efforts to enforce law, protect justice, and preserve the citizens' rights.
Meanwhile, the President received on Monday the credentials of 10 new ambassadors. Those included the ambassadors of Ukraine, Ghana, Ivory Coast, China, Germany, Estonia, Norway, Bosnia, Greece, and Singapore. After receiving the credentials, President al-Sisi held a meeting with the new ambassadors. During the meeting, the President wished them success in their mission and expressed keenness on boosting relations with their countries.
Still with the local scene, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli toured on Monday the free zone in Nasr City. The tour included a number of factories, and the Prime Minister also visited the Investor Services Center in the free zone, which has representatives of the Customs and the Import-Export Supervisory Authority. The center was established to facilitate the procedures for the investors. During the tour, Madbouli hailed efforts exerted in upgrading the free zone to be in line with the international standards.
And for more on the Prime Minister's tour in Nasr City Free Zone, we're joined over the phone by Dr. Yumn Al-Hamai, Professor of Economics at Ain Shams University. Dr. Yumn, good afternoon to you. The tour of the zone is reflecting the importance of the fight of industry to the government and prioritizing it at this important stage. Dr. Yumn.
Good afternoon. I think what's happening nowadays in Egypt is trying to enhance all possibilities of investment. Part of it is attracting foreign direct investment, and the free trade areas can be considered as a very important incentive for attracting foreign direct investment, as well as opening opportunities to strengthen our exports. We all know that our balance of trade is still suffering from deficit, and we need, to activate our exports. Meanwhile, we have a very ambitious strategy in Egypt to escalate export from $25 billion nowadays to $55 billion for the coming within the coming 3 years. So I believe that reforming and upgrading the structure of these areas are quite important, and extending the roles into other governorates. We, according to the announcement of the Minister of Investment, we have nowadays 5 areas in Upper Egypt and all over Egypt. We are going to have 7 new areas to attract investment according to natural resources existing in these areas, and the comparative advantage to activate using resources efficiently towards import substitution and export promotion. So by upgrading the infrastructure of these areas, this is what happened in the area of Nasr City. The reform of Nasr City that happened is upgrading, infrastructure besides connecting internet, so that to upgrade, the connection of the area with the world economy. All these reforms can be regarded as important steps toward, improving the capability of Egypt for investment.
Definitely, as you've mentioned, Professor, those free zones are boosting the country's industry, especially those also in Upper Egypt. Egypt is working on developing the 6 or 7 new free zones at Upper Egypt. Choosing also Upper Egypt is very significant to present more services. How will this further attract foreign investment and also the facilities that they're going to add and provide for the investors?
Upper Egypt is a very rich area full of natural, physical, and human resources, already yet not exploited efficiently. And from here it comes the importance of attracting investment into Upper Egypt. I remember 2 decades ago that I participated in having an investment map for Elminia Governorate. With the help of Canadians and expert Canadians, I came to Egypt, and we had a very important work to deploy investment map for Elminia. This investment man declared to large extent that Upper Egypt is a land full of resources. Mineral resources are not exploited enough. So by diffusing information regarding our natural resources, pre-feasibility studies, the potentialities for investment in these areas, we can attract foreign investment towards this area. And having free trade areas, this would be another incentive for foreign investors to come and to invest for import substitution and export promotion. And this is going to be for the benefit of the people living there, taking into consideration that we have very large percentage of poverty in Upper Egypt. And yes, from here it comes that we are opening, by this investment, we are opening opportunities for employment, but still we need to upgrade human resources. So yes, we have to work, we have to do our homework by facilitating bureaucracy, by upgrading skills of workers. And I myself, I have a very good experience in Upper Egypt for economic empowerment of women. And I believe that people there, they are very anxious to find opportunities to improve the quality of life. So if we have
definitely
a good program, we can activate that goal.
They do, and we are investing in humans today as well as definitely services in the infrastructure and industry. Professor Dr. Yumna Al-Hamai, Professor of Economics, Ain Shams University, thank you so much for talking to Panorama News.
Resuming our news bulletin, Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces General Mohammed Farid attended the main stage of tactical exercise Tariq 50 carried out by an army unit in the northern military zone. The exercise included procedures taken for raising the degree of combat readiness, preparing for the battle, and carrying out planned and contingency assignments. General Mohammed Farid also met with a number of troops in the northern military zone in Naguib military base. During the meeting, Farid stressed on the importance of having high awareness of current affairs on the domestic, regional, and international arenas.
The foreign ministers of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation (OIC) meeting in Jeddah